And we broke rule number 1, keep the audience thirsty for more. We just came right back with another podcast right after and said, nah, keep them waiting no longer. Let's just go, bro. Welcome, everybody. It's F1 or FU podcast, episodio numero 4 of season 2. And look who's here, bro. Look at that handsome man right there. Where this is easily the longest beard I've ever seen you with. No. Handsome
No
man,
way,
right in the middle. Is this? But you've had it longer than that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we've never seen it long.
I went like almost 2 years without cutting my hair and like properly shaving my beard.
Gus, do you recall seeing it longer than that? It looks, I don't know. Maybe it's just been a while. Recently,
it's just all the white.
Maybe
now makes it look a lot. It's more noticeable. It doesn't just blend anymore.
No, the white is definitely a good touch. That's always a plus. You know, that's why
we
got it going.
We've known Achilles for like 10 years, dude, almost.
I know.
Before he had any whites. Yeah. 2016, 8 years.
Yeah.
8 years. Look at that, dude. What a good time.
Old as dirt.
Old. Well, we're all old as dirt here, but if you put your ear to the ground, you hear that sweet, sweet sound right there. That means it is time, bro. Hey, we haven't had a proper F1 or FU show, and now what better time? We had the Miami Grand Prix. We'll talk a little bit about that. I think they're going to Italy next weekend, so we got time to talk about that as well. Oh. But should we lead it off, man? Is it National Signing Day? Because there's big news. I can confirm that there has been a switch made. I am officially. I don't have a car.
Is that foreshadowing? Has been a switch?
Who knows? I'll give you a point because that's very clever. But I'm trading in my card here, my official. I have had it with Alpine. Still an Ocon boy. That's still my dude. Still repping Ocon. I still want him to win.
After their best result of the year, you're done with them, bro?
It's been
Makes no sense.
Long time. It's been a long. I mean, come on, give me some credit here. I'm the last guy to switch teams here. Achilles, you didn't. Well, did you? No, you haven't switched yet. So you're still technically the last guy. But
no, I switched.
But you've doubled down.
I invented the FIFA one-time switch, bro.
Ah, okay. So you did do the switch. So I'm the last guy to switch here. I think that's pretty good here because Gus, he found financial incentive to switch by switching to a team he's investing in. And like, are you technically like a part owner of Aston Martin, like a 1 million?
You can say that.
Is that?
I don't think that's how stocks work.
They definitely do. You do get to vote for things.
Yeah.
0.00001%.
I'm not. I never said my vote matters. I just said that I get to
vote. But I vote. Goddamn.
So I'll tell you, man. I've given it a lot of thought. I was on the. Let me give you some of the factors that came into my decision. Okay.
Number
in
one,
no particular order. We'll
number 2, bad swag. Number 3, bad swag.
Number 4, there was a lot of bad swag. There's a lot of bad swag. So swag preference definitely is it helped in my decision. There was overall feeling, and then at the same time looking at the team, the story, the vibe, just a lot of little different things here. But I've give it a lot of thought here, but I've made my decision, so I'm officially. That's it. I don't have an Alpine hat because I got rid of it. I said F that, but we're. I think it's time. Are you guys ready? Gus, you ready?
Yeah.
Bringing it back.
That's it, bro. Bringing it back, bro. Bringing it back. All right.
Don't disappoint me.
It's been a long journey. And, after a lot of thinking, a lot of consideration, finding the right fit, I am officially taking my talents right here. Oh, you guys ready? Oh.
It's the least surprising thing in history.
No, that's not my team, bro. I fooled you. Let's go, baby. McLaren all day, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. That's it, bro. What do you guys think, bro? How's the swag, first of all? Swag check. Look at that.
Oh, no,
nice,
it's a great hat.
It's nice.
It's a good hat, right?
Had a great result.
Nice hat.
Great result. I thought about it, and there was the two biggest factors that came into my decision. I'll be honest with you. One, swag, yeah, was up there, but it wasn't that because let me tell you, McLaren swag is not that great either. So that's been kind of a struggle. But there was two things that really took it to me. One, the race this past weekend did have an effect, because it was Miami. There was that connection. And I was taken back to a moment. One of my favorite moments in all of my F1 fandom was when when that Loki was walking behind Lando during a press conference one time, and he taps Lando on the back, and he's like, "Oh, sweaty," and he's like, "Nah, mate, champagne." I always thought that was such a good mic drop moment. So I've always had a soft spot for Lando because of that. I've always been like, "Damn, that was such a good line. I like that. I want more of that." And then what really did it for me was, bro, I don't care. I know this isn't a basketball podcast, but Jimmy Butler is on my Mount 5 more of Miami Heat players of all time. So just think about that statement.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler is on my Mount 5 more of all-time Heat players. So that tells you how easy and how small this group is. And the fact that he is McLaren, he was all about Lando and the whole vibe the weekend and everything. I was like, bro, that's it. It's time. That was my last little vision that I had. I was like, it's time. I got to turn in the card. I got to trade in. I got to officially embrace my McLaren fandom. This is the right time. This is the right place, So here I am, bro. Let's go. Let's rock and roll, baby. McLaren all day. So that's our new grid here. We got McLaren, we got Haas, and we got Aston Martin, bro. So I think we see. I had you fooled there. You thought I was gonna go with that. Who'd you think I was gonna switch to? Who'd you think? You thought it was Red Bull?
Red Bull or Mercedes?
Custom, who'd you have me switch it to? Did you think it was McLaren, or did you think it was something else?
No, I didn't really think about it, but after hearing your explanations, now I'm just talking to nobody because you took your headphones off. All right, after hearing your explanations, it totally makes sense. Your reasoning, it totally makes sense.
They want to race the only people
exactly
Max, so therefore,
yes,
yeah.
I'm not like
fuck Max.
Not full front running, but like secondary front running.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey, well, to be fair, I think secondary front running would have been Ferrari, So I was like, and I thought about Ferrari with Lewis Hamilton going there next season. I was like, okay, that could be a potential landing spot for Team Garcia here.
I think that would have been too obvious for you.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I gave all the teams a serious look. I even gave Williams a look, bro. I was like, let me see, bro. Nobody's talking about Williams. Maybe they're the up and coming team here. But Sargent
last year,
trash.
If last year you were like maybe Williams, this year I don't know what happened, bro. That's the worst car in the history of cars.
It's really bad. I really tried to get into, Kick Sauber or whatever they're calling themselves this season, before I think they're going to be Audi next year or something like that.
No, not next year, the year after. 2026.
Yeah.
The year after. So as much as I like Bottas, I'm like, bro, that's just a bad everything. They're still they're leaps and bounds away.
They don't have the right lug nuts for their car. It's still there's a whole lot of problems there. I was like, I don't want to. That's just the wrong road to go down. I was like, no, that's as much as I like Bottas not going to be there for very long. I think he's just going to keep collecting a paycheck and move somewhere else pretty soon. But I looked at who else is left here on the grid here that I gave it a look. I did look at Ferrari. Are we Honda now? Cash App, whatever that's what they're called.
Cash App. I like Yuki, and I was looking at some people there, and I looked at Red Bull because I still think I'm gonna own the thought, or I'm still owning the line of I think that Max is leaving Red Bull. I think there's gonna be a shakeup. I think there's gonna be a shakeup here where it's too early in the season. A lot can happen, but I think Max is going to leave Red Bull. Lewis is going to Ferrari. There's going to be a seat open in Mercedes, whether that's Sainz or somebody. I wouldn't put it past Max to be like, all right, let me get out of here now, especially with all the drama that they've.
He's not going to go to a car that's not going to win it for him.
Yeah.
I think that guy's cocky enough to think that he can win with a Williams car.
Listen. One, he doesn't because no one
win with that kick Sauber car.
No, I was watching like the pregame stuff leading up to the Miami race, and they literally asked him, so like, what is it that's motivating you? You've done it all already. And he was like, yeah, you're right. I just kind of like to go out there and know I have the best car so I can win the races. Like, he has no motivation. Yeah. Why would he leave? He doesn't feel like he needs to prove anything. He just goes out. He's like, I guess, like, I just want to keep going. I'm pretty good at this.
I just got this feeling. I still got. Will I have this feeling later on in the season? I don't know. I think it's still early enough that I have the feeling still, and I'm like, all right, it could happen.
I think at this point, his motivation is to get more championships than Lewis, and he can only do it if he has the best car.
But that's a long play, bro. That's a long play. That's years.
He's like 26, dude.
Yeah, but like,
and
bro, listen, I don't know if he can add the focus.
If the Horner stuff was still like lingering, maybe. But as soon as that died right before the first race, because I honestly thought like, he's gonna be pissed off. He's gonna be answering questions about that stupid shit forever. It went away, and it's fine.
Yeah.
I will say my feelings or my hunch here have, as the races have gone, has gotten smaller and smaller than it was, leading up to the start of the season. But I still think it's there. I'm still not squishing it. I still think Max could be on the move. I think he might still dip. But anyway, I thought about, Red Bull. I even, had the little hat there.
Did you buy that just so you can fake us out in the beginning of the show?
No comment.
Yeah. It's expensive, probably.
Seriously, bro.
This is one of those cheap knockoff ones. So
what are you, Carrot Top?
This could work, But yeah, bro, I'm happy with my decision. I'm happy. I feel like I've making a jump up on the grid. I didn't look too much at Aston Martin. I'm sorry, Gus. I know you invested in it, and not that I didn't want to be a teammate of yours. I just can't stand Lance Stroll. Like, there's nothing that would get me to go for that team.
I know.
So
he's officially the worst. Before he was annoying, but now he's officially the worst.
Yeah.
I don't even look at him, bro. There's only one driver on that team, okay?
Like, man, is there? Can we see a future here where his dad says, "Yo,
never
go to F2 or something," or is he just
too deep into it?
Guaranteed. Too deep, man.
His dad is too deep into it at this point. He can't just be like, all these years, I guess I was wrong. Oops.
He's gonna have to injure his son. He's gonna have to put a hit on us. Like, don't kill my son, but like break his wrists or something.
Yeah, that could be his out right there, bro. That'd be pretty interesting, huh? All of a sudden, the tire just shoots out of the car on turn one. What the hell?
And Papa Stroll looks mafioso enough to do something like that.
Oh, definitely the most mafioso-looking guy.
Yeah. And now he's costing them money because now he just crashes everyone all the time because he's fucking terrible at his job.
Yeah, dude. But is there anybody more mafioso-looking in F1? Or has he got that title locked down?
Maybe the most looking, but the actual most mafioso guy is Gene Haas because he's an actual criminal.
Okay, but look, I know you like to talk. I know you like to talk about your team all the time, but we never even see Gene Haas anywhere. So
exactly, like a real mafia boss, you don't even know that is, bro.
All right,
he's like the leader of Cobra and G.I. Joe, man. You never see his face.
Oh man, Cobra Commander there. All right.
Yeah.
So besides the actual mafioso, is anybody else that looks like a mafioso? I used to think the Ferrari guy, the French guy, he kind of had a little bit of
Fred Vasseur, but he's too silly.
Exactly. Before I found out that he was like such a silly guy, he kind of had that look, but then you're like, oh, this guy's just a jokester. Like he's just playing around.
He's like your fun grandpa.
Yeah.
But all right, so okay, we can roll with that. But yeah, that's kind of where we got to where I am. But I'm happy. I'm looking forward to continuing to build off our momentum from the win this week. That was nice. It was good to see Lando finally get. I think he had the record for most. What is it? Most podiums without a win. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then Nico Hülkenberg, he still has the most races without a podium. Right? That's a horrible record to have.
Oh yeah.
He has like the most teams too. I saw no one's had race for more different teams.
Damn. I wonder who's got most podiums without a win now.
Oh, I don't know what the previous holder was. Yeah, he's going to kick Sauber.
Nico's going to kick?
Mm-hmm.
So who's out at kick? Is it Joe?
Probably has to.
You're going to lose all that Chinese money?
It's not getting him anywhere right now.
Yeah, that's true. So, all right. So Nico and Bottas over there. And about the Daniel Ricciardo experiment, huh? That just kind of failed. Hey, let me ask you. Maybe this is my stupidity here, my lack of following up. But I thought that the sprint race would determine the grid for the race. They don't do that anymore. Is that just not a thing anymore?
So did I. Now it's just separate own thing. I hate the sprint. I think it's stupid and shitty. I always have, and it's even stupider now to me.
Didn't you guys watch the show last week or 2 weeks ago with Maite? I asked her that question.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you did? So what is it? So what did she say? Sorry, I didn't read your article and I didn't watch your stupid show, Gus.
It's you guys are on this show more than I am.
Sorry, Gus.
No, essentially,
you're the only one available.
I had that same assumption that the sprint what's it called? Results. Yeah, exactly. But then she corrected me. She's like, no, it's its own thing and has nothing to do with the actual race.
But that wasn't the plan at first when they started it like a year or two ago. I think a year or two ago when it started, it was I think it made a change. Maybe this season they changed it to like, okay. So then what? So they did because Daniel Ricciardo
it's its own separate race for points. Yeah. You just get some points for it now.
Yeah.
Because I saw Ricciardo was like top 3 in the sprint, and then he
finished 4th in the next day. He finished
4th in the sprint, and then 20th to start the actual race, which I was like, okay, not cool, but all right. So, I mean, you don't like the sprint? I like the sprint. I'm a little confused now at why do the sprint other than just to add more points. Is that the only reason now?
No, it's to add more excitement because no one watches practice, I guess, so you need to sell more ad space.
Yeah, it's a total money grab. It's like City Connect jerseys. Like, we don't need that.
No, exactly. You know? Or like the NBA playoff play-in game. Like, what are you talking about, bro? It's just extra.
No. I like the play-in game. I think that works. That I get it.
People like the sprint.
But do you like the in-season tournament? Is that?
That in-season tournament is that's an awful thing. Yeah. Hey, we're playing like they're trying like it's the FA Cup. No, it's not. It's a fake trophy. You're not putting up a banner. And who won the? Do you know who won the in-season tournament this season, Gus? Lakers.
The Lakers.
Yeah. Gus was like, yeah, I'll give you a point, Gus, because I didn't say it first. But anyway, yeah, it's just I don't know if the sprint has its own thing and it's not that, then all right, I'm kind of indifferent about it. I don't know why you need it.
It's just more opportunity for people to crash and these teams that don't have any money to have even less money. Like it doesn't provide anything. Great,
but
Ricciardo scored like 2 points for RB and then was useless in the real race. Like, whoa,
man, yeah, that was good, but not really. What about Okay, so let's go back to last weekend. Let's talk about the race here. Haas. How did you feel about your boys' performance, Achilles? Did you like what Haas did?
Yeah.
How has it been being a Haas fan this season? Because I feel like you guys had a little bit of hype. Yeah, like you feel good about it?
Nico is always fighting for points every race, and that's all you can ask for, in my personal opinion. And like at the beginning of the season, what do you call it? Kevin was like just playing defense and being a little dirty, and it was funny. But right after Miami, we're in the sprint, he was fucking out of control, got like 40 penalties. And then in the actual,
for real,
did the same thing. He crashed like 2 guys. I saw a thing where so apparently in F1, you can get enough penalties to earn a suspension, kind of like yellow card accumulation. I've never heard of that because no one's ever got close. And he's just been out of control at this point. I'm like, he's dangerous. I don't know if he should be out there anymore because the guy's out of his fucking mind. But it works. He plays great defense, and Nico's there fighting for 10th every game.
Dude, it was bad. I did remember seeing that during the Miami race. They're like, "Oh, Magnussen has accumulated another 20-second penalty to go with his
like
5
a
other
minute or
20-second
something
penalties."
insane like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, bro. Like that it was enough that I noticed, and I was like, okay, that's a little extra, but all right. So you're good. Let's see, where are you guys? Let me look at the constructors standings right now. Where's Haas 7?
Yeah,
Haas at 7 above my former friends at Alpine.
Oh, I don't. Hey, man, but they got their first
they're all
point.
dead to me though.
Esteban,
yeah, Alpine got their first point. Such a disappointment. That's why I left, bro. I was like, bro, come on, man. Gasly, Ocon, and you can't even get a point. Like, come on, bro. What's going on? And them two always fighting with each other all the time.
Bad. Well, that's the other thing. You said, bad vibes for sure at Alpine.
Yeah, those guys. I thought they could get over the fact that they didn't like each other, just like, all right. But no, those guys they just hate each other. I don't even know why Kick is a team, bro. Like, they're just awful, bro. Like, where did they get the money to buy Bottas and then just be this horrible?
That's probably why they bought him. They're like, we're not going to win any races. Might as well get some mad money out of this.
Yeah, you know what?
Get some clicks on our Instagram and shit.
I changed my vote of who's the most mafioso person in F1. It's definitely the guy who runs Kick or owns Kick, because that is a complete money laundering expedition there. That's all they're doing there. They got all this money. We're gonna give it to Bottas. Our team sucks. We're gonna just roll with it. That's it. They're just washing money left and right there, bro. That
and the
Chinese
is,
money that
they do kind of good, and then something just happens because they can't do pit stops because they don't have the right fucking nuts for the car. So their pit stops are always like an extra 5 seconds, or the car just breaks, because Bottas and Joe have had like good performances where they're like moving up the grid. People are like, oh shit, things are happening.
Yeah. Horrible. And Williams sitting in 9th. They don't even have a point.
It's the worst car, dude. It's so bad.
Albon, man, it's Sargent.
He was great last year, but that's what I'm saying. I think it has to be the car, because last year Albon was fighting for points and not just 10th. Like, he was like up there, like, oh, he's getting 7th.
That's true.
But the car is dog shit. And poor Logan. I actually felt bad for him, man. It's twice this year where he's at the back of the pack and he's just doing his thing. And he moves up the grid after everyone pits, and he moves up, and they always make the comment, oh, he's doing very good on his tires, and Williams is going to leave him out. And he's like 10 laps into tires that should have been off his car already. And inevitably, he's not a great driver. The tires are shit, and the car is shit, and the poor guy fucking crashes. I feel terrible for him.
All right, guys. According to statsf1.com, Lance Stroll is now the driver with the most podiums without a win.
Oh, he will not be getting one.
He's got 3.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's not good, but that's not bad either. I think Lando had like 13 or 15, somewhere there. He had like low teens, I believe.
He's actually good at driving.
Yeah, Lando's good, man. Yeah. Haas, for all your Haas positivity, 7 points though. Okay,
that's better than 0.
No, it is. It is.
They're a team that scores 0 points, dude. You know what I mean? And like I said, every qualifying, in all the qualifyings, they're always there doing stuff. And now every race, Nico's going to be close to points, and Kevin's going to be doing some wacky shit. So they're interesting to watch.
Yeah, Kevin's this race in Miami with all the penalties reminded me of me like the first time I played F1 on Xbox, where I was like, why are they giving me all these penalties? Like, I didn't know, but I was like, I was like running over cones, doing all this illegal stuff, crashing everybody, and then I was still racing. That's what it reminded me. Like, it's like the first time I played the game. It was terrible bad. Let's see. AlphaTauri, Visa Cash App, whatever. What is it? What's their team name called? R8.
It's V-Carb, Visa Cash App, Red Bull. So I created it for them. I condensed it. It's just V-Carb, which I thought was pretty good name.
Okay, well, good on your part, but they haven't, obviously gotten your memo, but because it's still like whatever they're calling it now. That's horrible.
Oh, they busted out the sick livery for Miami too. They did a good job.
Yeah. I thought overall the cars and the vibe, like the Miami race, they do a good job of like making it unique, but golly, dude, it's like the Super Bowl. Like, it's so goddamn expensive. Everything. It's like I was doing the math and I was like, I can get flights and tickets to Montreal, catch the race there, and come back for cheaper than me as a local, not having to pay for a hotel, not having to pay for a lot of the things that a tourist who comes to Miami to watch the race would have to do. It's really gross, like the abuse.
They Taylor Swifted it.
Yeah,
because I don't know if you've seen that story, but people can't afford to go to Taylor Swift concerts here in the United States, so they're buying tickets to fucking France to go watch the concert over there because it's cheaper.
I remember doing the same thing, looking for Coldplay tickets when they were at their peak. I was like, bro, this is unaffordable. Like you can't go to these things when things get so big. But again, Taylor Swift, Coldplay, those are mega attractions. This is like race 5 of a season, in F1. It's not even like
people will pay. And they have those like bullshitty ticket where like you pay $450 for the weekend, and they let you walk around and like look at little like standing room only spots.
Yeah, and the I think the Taylor Swift comparison is good because Taylor Swift is Taylor Swift no matter where in the world she is. F1 is an F1 race no matter where in the world it is, but for some reason in fucking Miami and Las Vegas, not Austin. I don't think is
those are gonna go for sure.
Probably, but it's fun. But why is it that in this country it's ridiculous? Like
sports in general or entertainment in general.
Got you with the spicy sports nuggie. Can you tell me which country hosts the most Formula One races in the season? Since we're talking about countries.
U.S.
The U.S.
with 3.
How about that, huh? U.S. went from we don't really care about
from worst to first, baby.
NASCAR,
classic.
Yeah, we're NASCAR. We're all about drinking Budweisers and going.
We're like, wait, how much can you charge?
Yeah,
I think for the first time ever, the Miami GP as a Formula One race had more U.S. viewers than the NASCAR race in the same weekend.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I'm surprised it hasn't. Like I've fallen completely out of NASCAR. We gotta have Sean. He still follows NASCAR. I know he's big into it. He does like the Camping World Truck Series and all that stuff. I haven't followed NASCAR in a while. Oh, Jake, that's right. Yeah, he does his too. He goes to the race every year.
Yeah, he goes to the race every year for us.
Yeah, I don't do the. Damn, I don't know who covers NASCAR for us. I don't read your articles. I don't watch your stupid show. I'm the worst, dude. Yeah,
oh my god.
I'm out of here, bro. I'm just the worst person right now, bro. Sorry, Jake. Sorry, Gus.
Lemon City has gotten too big for us, Edwin. That's all that
big,
is.
Bro. I've just because I keep getting pushed off to the side.
We're doing too much of a good job anymore.
No, they just you guys just call me like, hey, we need you to post this. Okay, fine. That's all I do. Hey, we need a host tonight. Okay, fine. I'll go talk about it. But anyway, I haven't followed or watched NASCAR in a long time.
I always try, and it's just like
I used to. I enjoyed it.
It seems like it's cool in person, but on TV, it's boring, dude.
Man, it's Jordan's team won Talladega.
Yeah, how about that? Denny Hamlin, I think he's on the Jordan team. He's one of the few racers that are still racing that I know. Like a lot of the guys that I used to watch are gone. Jimmy Johnson, the Earnhardts, the Gordons, Tony Stewart's, and all the other guys that I used to follow just gone, bro. It's a different league now. I try to watch. I don't know who anybody is.
How about Jordan as an owner winning a race before winning an NBA championship? As an owner.
Well, he won
sports.
I
think he won a championship before he won he's won races. I think he won a championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A NASCAR
if I'm not mistaken, his racer, the guy who races for him, maybe you could look it up, is Denny Hamlin. He's fantastic. He drives the FedEx car. He's won a ton of shit, and I'm pretty sure he's won a championship. That guy is like a legit top racer.
I don't think he was with Jordan at the time, though.
I think he's been Jordan. I don't know if it's the Jordan race team, but I know he's been a Jordan NASCAR guy for the longest time. He wears like the Jumpman and everything. Like he's been a Jordan sponsored guy for a long time.
Sponsored though, but I think Jordan, as an owner of a NASCAR team, has only been for a couple seasons. I don't know what team he owns.
Maybe again, I've been out of the NASCAR game for a while, so. But to what Achilles said, in person, fantastic, super great, always have a good time.
We should go this year.
Yeah, let's go, man. I'm definitely down, but that's the only race I could afford is going to that one. I can't afford going to the damn Formula One, so maybe it'll be NASCAR or fuck you. I don't know, podcast. What do we call it? So, I can't think of a crafty name on the spot there.
That sounds like a very NASCAR-y type of statement.
I don't know. Fuck you.
You gotta be holding a Natty Ice.
Nah, dude. We'll take our little coolers there. Yeah, it's definitely. I'd like to do a little crowd comparison. Who's the Formula One crowd of all the people who go to the Grand Prix, and then to see the NASCAR fans. It's like, well, wait a minute. This is not what I see on TV. But
all you gotta do is watch Talladega Nights, man.
Yeah. Hey, how about on the broadcast for the Formula One race? Who's the guy who does the grid walk? What's it? I forget his name. But this year he did it again. Yeah. And then he did the, when he got Paulo Banchero confused with
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes, and then last season he made up for it, and then this year that dude's funny. But
there was no one on the track for him to talk to. It was crazy.
Really? I
kept walking past all the Dolphins players and just not even.
Well, he walked by the Dolphins players, and then he walked by Zinedine Zidane in the.
No, he said no, but he said Zidane doesn't speak English, so I'm not going to talk to him.
Oh, I didn't hear him say that part. I must have missed it. I must have caught him after because I'm like, I'm looking. I'm like, hey, look, it's Zidane and Alpine, and then he's like, and he's like acting like he doesn't know him, and he just walks right by. Yeah, he walked right by
he said, oh yeah, he doesn't
Ramsey, Beckham, and all those guys. Yeah, dude, it was a little different. And then he goes up to Will.i.am and he's like, "Oh, I guess I should leave now because you guys are gonna sing the anthem." It's like, okay, yeah, that wasn't awkward.
That's what it was because it's been pandemonium down there during that walk, and this year they had that shit locked up. There was not that many people out there. It
was less crazy than the other two prior years. I'll definitely give them that, but I don't know. Overall, like, I think the track is a fun track, but like, if it wasn't Miami, would you be like hyped up about the race because you're like, oh, it's a cool track?
Crazy shit happens all the time, and you can't ask for more than that. But it's one of those things that the F1 peers are like, oh, it's the worst track, it's the worst race, and that just makes me like it more because they're just being snooty douchebags.
Yeah, and now that it's a track that Max Verstappen lost on, that makes me like it even more.
Yeah, you know what? Both of you. Give you a point for that. So solid.
Because they have the little long turn into the wiggle into the straight. That shit's great because none of the drivers know how to handle it. Everyone's flying around, and it's good shit, dude.
I like when they do the panoramic shots and you see like the turnpike, in the background. Funny. And you see people driving by. Yeah. I'm like, man, dude. Maybe that's the way I could afford to get into the race, just drive by it. I got a flat tire right here. Just take my time, fixing it while the cops looking at me like, you got to move it. No, I'm just, is that Max down there?
Waiting for AAA.
Yeah. AAA or Max to finish. We'll see whichever one goes first. But so Achilles, overall, how do you feel about the race and Miami and the season so far this season? I feel like this season maybe you can correlate this to yours, but I feel like this season's been a lot of breaks. Is it me or is it more this season than there was before?
Yeah.
I feel like
because I think they're jumping around more. They're not sticking in an area as much.
Really? Because I feel like
it started in the Middle East, and then it went all the way to Australia, and then it went to Japan, and then it went over to China, and then all the way to America, and now it's going all. You know what I mean? So. It's not. And I feel like centralized. So there's a lot of breaks.
Yeah, and I feel like it's like all right, and it's like we're have a race, and then we're gonna take 2 weeks off, and then we're gonna have a race, and now we're gonna take 3 weeks off, and then we're gonna have a race, and we're gonna take 2 weeks off. I feel like I haven't had that. I feel like I'm stalling in first gear. I'm like, I need to get into it. I need a little couple back-to-back races, especially since I made my switch here, bro. I'm McLaren AF right now. and I gotta wait another week till Italy. It's like.
But I think again, like once they're in Europe, it's a couple more races, then a couple more races.
Yeah.
And I think since they're adding so many races, they need to build in some breaks because if not, the guys are going to all die, and the teams are not going to be able to. That kind of moving and schedules brutality.
Yeah, they can't wash the money that quickly, huh? Over at Kick, they need a couple of weeks off.
Hey, yo, check's clear, bro.
Yeah, bro.
How about Charles Leclerc?
What a guy!
Not having any water throughout the entire race because that part of his suit was broken. Or his helmet, however the fuck it works, and he's still fucking podiums.
He's so good, bro. Yeah, if that car was a little bit better, he's a little bit better.
Dude, last season, last season he was doing great. He was killing it, and the car shat on him so many times.
Oh, that, or they were doing stupidities with the different stops. This year, it looks like Fred has figured that part out a little bit. They're not doing let's double stack, and we don't know what we're doing.
Hey, well, to be fair, that's why homeboy, the mad scientist, is out in his vineyards right now, hanging out with Gunther and not at the races.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he was making a lot of bad mistakes for old boy there. But yeah, I don't think there's a driver in F1 who's been shit on more than Leclerc because he's I mean, you can say like the Alpine, not the Alpine, the Williams guys like Albon, and you can say Haas gets shit on a lot, but they're not in contention. Like Leclerc's been like, I'm winning the race, everything's great, I'm gonna beat Max. My car just shit on me, and it just stopped working like abruptly. No, like he is the master of the contactless injury. You know what I mean? Like in the NFL, where the quarterback just goes down and like, oh, what happened? Like, oh, damn. That guy is tearing an Achilles every week. No offense, but it's just. But he gets shit on, and Carlos is like he still hasn't picked a team right for next season. Yeah,
no, but he's back to what he was.
He won a race though. Kind of a big deal.
That's what I'm saying. He came out on fire after his appendix fell out or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah. But he's back to what he does. Being pretty good in qualifying and being a scaredy cat in the actual race and not getting anything done when it needs to get done. This is the same guy.
Yeah, I can see that. I do think it's interesting. I wonder, like, again, when I'm looking at next season, I feel like he's going to be in Red Bull with Checo because Max is going to be gone. I think that's the move, bro. I think that's the move,
man. The worst move in the history of all sports.
Well, hey,
to keep your driver who's your secondary driver who's to go with a guy who is also already, and then you're just two okay guys in a badass car. It's for what?
I think you'll end up at Mercedes.
It's the only landing spot.
Well, again, if Max says that I'm out, because like I think he's gonna say, then it's gonna be a little different. Then you know what I mean. But anyway, all right, enough Max speculation. I'm tired of doing that one. But let's wrap up the show.
We need to talk about Max being hilarious and like really good at media all of a sudden. He was like so unfazed about losing. He took it with stride. Yeah. He was making jokes. One of the jokes was he was talking to Lando, and Lando's like, yeah, sometimes luck's a part, or something to that effect. And he goes, yeah, and if my mom had balls, she'd be my dad. Bro, he was like after the race. Yeah, after the race, me and my wife were like, "Oh my god, he's gonna be insufferable." And he was just like, "Yeah, it's okay, things happen." And then in all the post stuff, he's just being chill and funny and light and whatever. I'm like, they updated his firmware, the robot. They taught it humor.
But all right, Gus is gonna step out for a second here, let him handle his business here. But let's hit the home stretch here. We got Italy. What's after Italy? Are we gonna get another 2-week break here? Let's see.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Ooh, so we have the 17th and 19th. We have Emilia Romagna. Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know.
Why don't they just call it Italy? All right, Emilia Romagna.
It's Imola.
Imola. Okay, sorry.
And then a week break, and then to Monaco.
So wait, a week break? No. It's right after 19th to 24th. Yeah, that'd be the next week. Monaco. Which
Monaco, see, then another break because he just
yeah. No, then there is a break there. I think there was
because they go to Canada
a little bit before Canada. See, there's the thing though, Monaco. I love glitz, glamour, all this stuff, but that race is over after the first lap. There is
you just have to pray. Every year there's rain, it instantly becomes an interesting race. If there's no rain, it's the worst race on the schedule.
Yeah, it gets like that. But but let's see. I mean, but the thing with it is it's all about qualifying. You qualify, you get that pole. That's probably who's going to win, and that's it. I feel like that race with all the glitz and the glamour and everything, I want to see a little more, back and forth. I want to see some battles, but I feel like at Monaco there's no place.
You can't physically change the structure of the city.
Damn, Monaco rich people.
I saw on TikTok that Monaco is technically not FIA compliant because the roads are not wide enough. But it's Monaco, so you can't get rid of the race.
Nope.
Damn.
I ain't gonna do that. So, all right. So we got Monaco after Imola. We got Monaco and then Canada and then Spain, and then Austria. So it looks like June we're gonna get 3 races in June, and we still have 2 more in this month. So okay, not bad. It looks like a good time.
Nice.
And then we got any Achilles. How are you feeling right now about Haas? Do you think they're going to make a jump? Are they going to move up from that 7th spot? Do you see potential here? Is Nico going to continue? No? Okay. So that was quick.
This is the best. They can only go downhill from here. Just again.
Okay.
So this happens every year with Haas. They come out, the car is fast going straight. Things are looking good. Someone crashes the car. They run out of money. Luckily, they haven't crashed a car yet. So they have an okay car until someone crashes it. And Gene can't pay.
All right. Well, no. All right. I think it's time. We got there's yellow flag on the race here, red flag the race here. It's over. Abrupt end here. We ran out of gas, whatever you want to call it. But
we didn't even make it to the finish line? God damn, bro.
We didn't even make it. Well, it's typical Haas. You know what I mean? We did a pull. For Gus, we pulled a stroll right there. So let's wrap it up with that. Let's thank everybody who stuck around, who's been watching. Appreciate it. If you like the show, make sure to hit the like, subscribe button. Tell your friends. Achilles, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Gus, let's go. I got a good feeling that I think my team is going to have the higher place finish out of all 3 of us here. Right now, Haas is definitely.
That's a real brave prediction.
In Italy?
Brave prediction.
The second best team on the fucking grid. Whoa.
Hey, but that's a good jump for me, going from last in the grid from 0 points to now, surpassing both of you guys in my fandom. It pays to wait and, find the right spot and the right team to change to. So I feel good about my team. I don't know. Maybe anybody want this Red Bull hat? It's not really my style,
Absolutely not.
So, all right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. Love you. Have a good night, and we'll see you guys maybe next week.